All right, what's going on, y'all? Back with another classic from the 80s, 1983 Oldsmobile Cutlass Hurst, Olds Hurst, whatever you guys want to call it. But this your first time here, we take you all around the car. We go ahead and do a test drive. We take you through the interior, exterior, and then we throw it on the rack so you see underneath it. If you're interested in the vehicle, call us at 256-801-4409. We can do a FaceTime. We can give you all the details that might be missed in the video. So getting into it, like I said, 83 Hurst, super clean car. New tires all the way around. Wheels are in good condition. It's got the original GM paint from the 80s, so you know it's got that old lacquer. Probably is going to need paint at some point in time. No way around it. You guys know how it is with these 80s G bodies. No dents or defects that I can see. I'll point out what I do as we go around the car. Door seems to be properly aligned. Here's our roof. No dents, anything like that. Moving around. Decals a little bit on the rougher side. Again, that's to be expected when it's an original type vehicle. Rear quarters look solid. Don't have any waves or dents. I am approximately 2 feet from the car, so basically anything I see, you guys can see on the camera as well. Paint definitely has some oxidation in it, to be expected with a black paint for 43 years old. So bumper looks good. I don't have any cracks to point out. No dents or anything. All tail lights and trim intact as well. Down the driver's side, our rear quarter looks solid too. I don't see any bubbling or flaking anywhere. Still moving down. Like I said, trim looks good on the car. Front windshield, I don't have any cracks or rock chips that I can see, and trim is all intact as well. We'll check out the wheels a little bit closer once it goes on the rack. Front of the vehicles, grills are in shape. We're not missing any slats or anything. And all trim around the headlights. Front bumper looks good. Normally you get stress points right here on these corners where they do crack, and I don't see any. So like I said, I do think this is a perfect candidate for some fresh paint. Under the hood, all stock. Power brakes, power steering. The AC does blow as well. So nothing crazy going on under here. Grab the keys, pop the trunk. Nothing crazy in the trunk neither. Nice and clean. Got a couple spare hoses, things like that. Trunk pans look phenomenal. Factory coating. We'll check it out underneath as well to make sure, you know, they're not soft or anything like that. Interior, always a highlight on these Hursts. I love this maroon interior. Rear seats look great. No rips, no tears. No sagging on the headliner. And carpet looks pretty solid. Front seat, same. Like I said, nothing really point out there. No crazy rips or tears. Missing a door pull cover, this little fake wood piece, missing that. But door panels look good. There's no warping or cracks. Dash looks excellent. This is the original dash, not a cap, and I have no cracks, warping, or discoloration, honestly. Clearly, you got your lightning rods. We'll do the test drive. Every time somebody buys one of these, they give us a call back talking about the shifter. So I always go over it in the video so you guys can see. Driver door panel, nothing to point out here. Seats do look good. And mileage is 69. Yep, 69, 229. Give me a second, we're gonna do this test drive. All right, y'all, we're gonna start the test drive in the Hurst. Let her warm up, she's a little bit cold. Left turn, right turn. Voltage is reading, tank is reading full. Lights are on in the dash, and I can see them in the car in front of me. No horn. Driver window, passenger window. AC is blowing lightly out of these vents. It is cold. Let me see. I can tell the vents aren't, there we go. With these older ones, sometimes the vents end up breaking off in that. So, yeah, she's blowing cold. Turn it on max, you guys can hear it. There we go. Turn that off. Radio does work. Wipers work. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys something. We got a full video on how to use the lightning rod, so I ain't gonna go through that because it's gonna make this video long. Shifter works like normal. I can bring it all the way back to drive. No issues there whatsoever. All good. I cannot go up to neutral like normal by pushing a button. You just slap it forward. Then you can go ahead and go into reverse and park. So I hope that makes sense. You can slap it back and forth, no problem. Again, neutral. I can go back and forth. I cannot push the button to go into reverse. Into neutral. So I don't want you guys thinking that there's something wrong with the shifter. So that's just how they work. So let's go ahead and knock out this test drive real quick. Brakes are a little bit on the firm side. As soon as I hit it, that boy almost had me about to go out the front. Nothing crazy with the exhaust. Sounds exactly how, with the exhaust. Sounds how I would expect it to sound. No, that's not saying much, but light muscle sound, but not overbearing. Speedometer and everything is coming up. I do not believe the tach is reading accurate. I mean, it's got me at like 3,000 and I'm barely even giving it anything. And then when I hit the brakes, it's still reading like 15. So I do think it's not aligned properly, but give it a little throttle. Alignment feels solid, hands off the wheel. We are tracking straight still. I hit the brakes, no pull on the wheel. Let me get over so this semi don't run me over. Suspension feels solid. I don't have anything crazy. We're not running coilovers or bags or anything, so feels like a typical 80s G body. Nothing wild going on there. Brakes feel solid. Shifts have been smooth. Again, gauges, I can tell that they're off because every time, like I said, right now, it's got me almost maxing out at like almost 4,500. And I know you guys can hear it. I'm nowhere near revving it like that. Sounds good though. I don't hear any belt squeal, any ticking. Windows are not rattling in the doors or anything. So weather seals are still solid. So I'm gonna get her back and throw her on the rack and we are gonna check out underneath. All right, we got the Hurst up on the rack. Rear bumper looks pretty solid. Again, I don't really have nothing to point out. Looks like the car has been undercoated at some point in time, but trunk pans look good. Spare tire well. Frame, no leak from the gas tank. Apologize for the loud noise. Mechanics are working still, so exhaust has clearly been redone. These shocks are new. Drums in the rear, factory rear end. Going down the passenger side, frame looks solid. Still got your cats here for your emission states. Pins look solid. I don't have any soft spots or anything I need to point out. Coming down the driver's side, same. Nothing to point out here. Factory undercoating appears to start peeling, but no soft spots or rust. Fresh off the test drive, no signs of leak from the oil or trans pan. Disc brakes up in the front. These calipers are new. I can tell by the unfinished raw look. Everything else appears to be completely stock under here. There you guys go. Front bumper, again, everything looks solid. You got a couple paint chips in that, but again, I do believe this car needs paint. I said these wheels were new. The tires are not new. They just haven't been driven. So here's a better look at the wheels and tires underneath the car. Nothing really to point out there. So like I said, the wheels look pretty solid for sure. And then come around here on this, on the driver's side, Again, our rear quarters look pretty solid. Really don't have anything to point out, so pretty good.